All right, so do you want to just introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Matthew Hite, or Matt, I go by Matt, and I was actually born in Daytona Beach. I lived in Jacksonville working for an outdoor shop, and I got married in 2013. This is Marianne and I when we got married in Wilbur by the sea. Yeah, we met on Facebook, kind of funny. And we had our son, Jeffrey James, or he goes by JJ. We moved down here, actually, I want to be closer to home, and ended up going to school for Volusia County because I already had my EMT and my lifeguard background. They sent me to school to become a police officer. So I was basically going to become a beach cop. I went into what's called FTO, where you ride around with another officer, and I just felt off. Something felt weird, and I was like, well, you know what? Maybe it's my blood sugar. All of a sudden, my arm and my leg started ticking. I told him, I was like, I'm not doing this. As an EMT, we checked my vitals. Everything seemed fine, but I was like, you know what? I'll go get checked out. They did a CAT scan, and it was weird. The doctor came back out, and he's like, there's a little shadow on your brain. We want to look at it a little bit more. So we're going to do a MRI as well. So I wait there, MRI, he comes out. He literally pulls up a chair and he's like, you have a tumor. And my wife and I were just like, is this real? Like, that was probably one of the most surreal things. And that was kind of like a pivotal moment of like, my life is going to be different. So this is actually pretty fresh. It happened in March of this year. There's different types of brain cancer. And unfortunately, mine was called glioblastoma, or GBM. And that is the most aggressive type of brain cancer that there is. They basically went in, what's called a dual craniotomy. They cut my head open, took a piece of my skull off, went in and took the brain out. They said good chance that I wouldn't be able to walk or use my right side because it was on my left side brain. And he said, when we do this surgery, we might even wake you up. So that way we know you can move your hands and move your feet. And everything went like flawlessly, other than the fact that they didn't wake me up, which I honestly thought that was a good thing. I don't want to be woken up for a surgery. There's no real good cure for it because they have issue crossing the blood-brain barrier with treatment. But you know what? I look at it as it makes you think about stuff different, and I think in some ways it's a gift. Your whole life you try to do good. I've always tried to follow God and trust in Him no matter what. But this whole thing was like it was kind of a gift because it made God seem more real. It made everything just become so clear to me. You put trust in stuff, but when something like this happens, it's a next level trust. People say that God has His hands in our lives. I really think more than that, He has your fingers in His fingers in your life. If I look at my story and who is involved, my neurosurgeon, my sister, who's actually been a neuro nurse for 12 years, my cousin, who's got her PhD or finishing her PhD in genetics, helping me decide on which hospital to go to from here because there's no cure for this. My parents, who are recently retired, that were able to take care of me. The fact that I moved closer to home. There's so many different little things. Dude, this is just like, He is making a way. The fact that my sister was a neuro nurse and she was a case manager, and so her and my dad are like setting up appointments for me with doctors, and so I'm like, this is a miracle. This is a miracle. Like what I said, God has His hand in it. No, He has His fingers in this thing. There's hope of the unknown, and honestly, the hope of the unknown is a good thing. Every day is a gift. Every day I get to wake up, I get to see my son, I get to see my wife, I get to feel the air on my face, I get to, oh no, I don't want to get teary-eyed, but it's amazing. And you know what? At the end of the day, like this everything around us, like we're just on a boat. It's gonna pull into port and I'll land and it'll be calm seas from there on out, because I'll be home.